Hi folks, Jacob here, and we're here with a new series. I wanted to get back into doing some Minecraft stuff, and I've had this idea kicking around to do a few things. First thing was, I wanted to do the city construction challenge. It slows down my gameplay, makes me have to play the game a lot slower, so you make the progress last longer, so you don't just immediately go to end game, because I don't want to rush things. I want to build up cities and stuff. I want to do big projects. So for what I'm calling the, city arc is going to be, the city construction challenge, to get through all of its challenges. We will go into detail what that is at the end of the video, because I know you guys want to get right into the other stuff. Another part is I wanted to tell a story. People are like, well, what's the lore of your world? What's the story of your world? I wanted these videos to be essentially telling the story. So we're going to have some gameplay, but we're also going to have story mixed in. So, I'll be doing my best to do, my own artwork and stuff for the characters, for the world, that kind of thing. But it'll also be a mix of gameplay as well, so it won't just be pure, oh, we're telling a story. There'll also be building things and all that. So yeah, as I'm recording this, I'm working on episode 3 right now. You guys are seeing episode 1, so I don't have all the assets finished, but I will put in some placeholder stuff, and we will get on to it. So hopefully you'll enjoy, and see you at the end of the video. Ventera 7, a Terran-like world in the Outer Rim. Working for the company in the mines or working in the company towns used to be the only way to get a living, but after it went bust and was bought up by Megacorp, all mining operations on the planet stopped. Those with enough credits got off world, but there were people too poor to pay for passage. Today, Ventera 7 is about to get some new residents, looking to make a home in the unforgiving universe. 2 people with a dream and determination. Well, looks like this is our stop. We finally got the chance to start building a better life. Why'd they drop us here? I heard the captain say that Megacorp only allows landings in this area. They call it the spawn cords. At least they gave us some supplies to work with. Town south, another north. Megacorp wants us stranded, maybe even dead out here. We'll be fine. We came to build our future, settle near water, and make a life, a home, and a farm. Let's meet the neighbors, then settle in. It's like Megacorp wants us to prove ourselves before earning a chance at success, so then we can make this work, even if we have to start with nothing but a home and a farm. Alright, so we are starting off. Need to get our basic resources. Thank you for the supply chest. And we need to figure out where to go from here, because I think we're in a desert. Oh, there's a mesa. Oh, there's some trees up that way. Looks like there's something up that way. And I see a village. Alright, let's go take a quick look, see what the village has. Maybe they can give us some coordinates to work with on where to find a proper place to set up a home. And that's a pyramid as well. Okay, so we got a little this place is actually pretty big apparently. How can I help you two today? I'm Fisk, and this is Ray. We just got off the ship and wanted to meet our neighbors. It wouldn't feel right to settle without getting to know everyone first. Want to build trust and make sure we're wanted here. I appreciate the courtesy. I'm Mayor Red, not really elected. People just keep coming to me with problems. So do you have a spot picked out? Not yet. Our purpose is to find a place near water so we can farm and build a lasting home. Want to contribute and thrive, not just scrape by. I'll get you seeds, but most wells are broken. Best bet, the coast. Alright, we settle in spawn courts? Just don't block the trade ships. We plan to set up in spawn courts to make arrivals safer and to build a home where we can live, farm, and help others get started. We have no intention of halting trade or supplies for the people. You have our blessing. Old Mines West might help. Settlement named yet? Haven't decided yet. We want to get settled first and make sure our efforts meet the permit. It's not easy, but we're determined to make this work, and to prove our settlement deserves a name. Best of luck then, and say hi to Shipwreck Beach Settlement. They are north of spawn and would probably be able to help out some as well. Thanks. If you need help later, let us know. Now I see why it's called Shipwreck Beach. Howdy fellas, the name's Blue, Mayor Blue. Saw the Megacorp ship drop you two off. Good to meet you. I'm Ray and this is Fisk. We've traveled all this way to claim a piece of land and build something better. Before starting, we wanted to introduce ourselves and show that we mean to be good neighbors. Manners matter. My mom always said. Red sent you? Mayor Red says hello, by the way. We trade crops and fish. Red didn't shoot you, so I assume an agreement was reached then? As long as we don't disrupt trade, he's fine with it. We want to make spawn courts a safe starting point for new arrivals, since Megacorp won't drop people closer to a town. Helping others find their footing is part of our plan here. Then we're good. Need supplies? Let us know. Shipwreck might have stuff. Horses help with trade. Thanks. Once we're settled, let us know if you need anything. We're at the North Colony, and they mentioned that they have a shipwreck we could go looting. So let's go take a look inside, see if we can find anything useful. Apparently this was like an old mining area, and oh, potatoes, that actually helps. Beets, potatoes. All we're really missing is carrots. Because carrots help with pigs. Alright, let's take a look in here. Some material I can't use yet. You know what? We already know it's here. Might as well just leave it for the time being. We can grab this later. Let's see. I think if I remember these types of ships. Yep. Oh, wait. Nope, can't get in that way. Yeah, unfortunately it's an old mining colony that didn't do so well. Buried treasure maps and books and stuff. I'll definitely take the books. Try to get some enchanting going. Oh, pants. I did not realize that. I guess we can wear some pants. Let's see. What does the map say? We are nowhere near. It looks like it's off to that way. Yeah, so the two villages, they're not doing so great. They appreciate the help if we can help any, but we need to get ourselves situated. So probably take their advice and set up in one of the old mining areas and go from there. As far as, yeah, we don't really have a lot to work with. They've given what they can, but you know, it's still not a lot. So I guess we need to find some shoreline to work with and then go from there. I'll check the mines for dirt and stone. Beetroots, wheat, potatoes. If these grow, we'll survive. Alright, with us getting some stone and stuff to work with, we need to get the farm going. So what I'm thinking is stone shovel, stone hoe, and I guess a stone pickaxe. Hopefully I picked up enough stone for that. And I did pick up some oak saplings, so we got something to work with. Anything else I could plant? Well, I guess I could plant the melon. Can I just consume the pumpkin? Yes, I can. Alright. That's good. Alright. So stone hoe, stone shovel, and stone pickaxe. And, well, we gotta be close to the water, so I guess we're going to start here and get things going. So can only go 3 deep. Yeah, so something like that. And we need to get at least 10 wheat going per person. So we need, I got 37 seeds, so that should be good for Fisk and Ray. So let's get the dirt in place. And let's cut out this sand so people don't go trampling on the crops. And I guess let's get this all hoed up. And then let's get the wheat planted, because we need to make sure we got the wheat taken care of. Alright. So we got the first part of the challenge done that the permit wants us to do. We can get other things going as time calls for it. For now, I think what we need to do is we need to look at trying to get a helmet of some kind so we can go caving, because we need more stone to work with. Oh, got lucky. There's a chest out here. Well, there's pumpkin seeds, but we can't really... Oh, we can at least take the torches and the name tag, but we can't really mess with anything else. I mean, we can take it, but we can't really use it. Because it's a challenge. So, come on. There we go. Oop. See some gold, but unfortunately we can't take it. There's some lava. Spider spawner. Oh, nope. Ah! Stuff I want to use, but I can't. We gotta leave that. See if we can find... Is that stone? Can't really go into the caves, so... I'm gonna try to find some stone that's easy access, which is gonna be a little difficult considering where we're at. Alright, this I can work with. It's technically open light. Easy stone to get. So just need to come down here. Light up around the edges so that mobs don't spawn on me. Because again, can't really go too far deep in. Oh, I see coal, but unfortunately that's too far in. But we can at least get the stone going, which is good news. Probably get enough stone until the wooden pickaxe breaks, and then go from there. Alright, so one of the issues we're coming across to help out the guys is being able to mine. We can't get into the mines without proper safety equipment, so we need to make a helmet. But the only helmet available to us right now with the permit is a leather helmet, which means we need to go to the other side of the desert and see if we can find some cows. Now, if I'm already going to make the trek once for finding some animals, might as well see if I can bring them back, help out with the community. So, let's get going. Alright, there's a cow. So we need to get... Oh, there's several cows. Okay, so hopefully we can get enough leather to work with. Okay, we got 2. Ah, come here. That's 3. That's none. That's 4. Now we're 1 shy, so I guess we gotta see if we can find some more cows around here. And there's plenty of pigs, but unfortunately pigs don't drop leather. So... Oh, there's a bee. Hey there, little bee. How you doing? How you doing? Can I take a look at you? Come on. Look at me. Look at me. Shy little fella doesn't want to look at me. Hey! Alright, I'm going to go find some more cows and see if we can get something to come back. So I went searching in the jungle, and apparently I found pandas. Hi there, cute little fella. You the only one? You don't have a sneezy baby around you that could give slime balls? Make things a whole lot easier for me? No? Alright. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have just brought a few cows and then just done the slow breeding process, instead of just killing the first few that I found until I got 5 leather. Well, I found horses, and I know they drop leather, so... Come on. There we go. Well, that one didn't drop any leather. Alright, that's enough for 2 helmets. Alright, I found cows, but I also see a village, so we're going to check out the village first, then we're going to grab the cows. Maybe this village will have carrots so we can get into pigs as well? I don't know. We'll find out. Well, sadly, no carrots, but we can at least walk away with the cows, so... Plus, I also found a lot of wheat, so... this will help in some endeavors. Alright, cows, come on. Fisk and Ray need you guys. Alright, unfortunately I cannot get the cows to come back, so I'm just going to wait till I can get leads. Make it a lot easier to bring back. It's... but we at least got leather and stuff to work with, so we can... Oh, we got 2 brown chicken. You know what? Maybe it's not all for naught. We got chicken! Which means we can have chickens. Oh. We're actually doing good. We're actually doing good. But we do have leather for helmets, so we can actually go mining, which is... Oh, I was about to make more chests, and I have chests on me. Oop, and boop. So, and don't know what the scoot's for. I think that makes armor, but we are making 2 helmets, 1 to put on now, and 1 in case we die and come back. Because you know, if we don't have a helmet to go back down, well then, how can we go back down to get our stuff if we die down there? Mines aren't deep, but I got dirt, stone, and some odds and ends. Crops are growing and permit boxes are checked. Food and wood in the chest, off limits to us for now. Once we build some homes, we can start using iron. Holy cow, we have homes to live in! It wasn't easy with stone tools, but we did it. Housing and treasury requirements satisfied. Copper and iron access approved. Weird that it knew right away. Fisk, we can use iron now. It means we can do better now. One step closer to a self-sustaining home. I know. This is awesome. Nothing can stop us now. So, Fisk and Ray are on their way to getting their dream home going. But, that's going to be it for the video. If you want to just end here, you can. But if you want to know more about the city construction challenge that we're doing for this arc, we're going to go right into it. So, the city construction challenge was originally created by I Am Chris. I think the original post is gone. They've tried to do archives and stuff, but someone has made an updated version, Z Vision. It's not exactly up to current Minecraft standards, but it's close enough that it'll work. We'll have to do some finagling, make things work here or there, especially considering we're doing a whole sci-fi solar punk thing. So let's go over the challenge, and that way you guys know what I'm dealing with. So, guidelines. Mine shafts must be at least 3x3 areas, except in naturally generated caves. If you find a bucket, you may use it regardless of the stage you're in. Doesn't really matter now, we are got iron going. Any NPC constructs do not count towards requirements, but you may use anything you find. If you find a smelter, you can use it. However, if you're still in stage 1, you cannot craft more smelters. Raw food and zombie flesh does not count towards item requirements, but may still be eaten. Use the hard game difficulty. That's pretty much default for me. Don't cheat at any point in this challenge. Closest we're going to get to cheating is using spectator mode to get, screenshots and stuff. As you've seen, this is modded, but that's mainly for fabric, so we can have flashback and Lightmatica and that kind of stuff. So we aren't really breaking the don't cheat point. For safety reasons, you must be wearing a helmet of some kind before going underground to protect your head. Any kind of helmet is acceptable. You must leave the mine if your helmet breaks and you do not have a spare to equip. Mine shafts must also have support beams at least every 10 blocks, wooden pillars or otherwise, except in naturally generated caves. They already support themselves. The building requirements will be in different districts or towns. The requirements must be built in, but not limited to, the specified district. The farming district is marked by the town hall. The mining district is marked by the mine shaft. The market district is marked by the licensing office. The upper district is marked by the city hall. The port is marked by the harbor master's office. The king's queen's district is marked by the castle, fort, palace, etc. Yeah, that's another thing. This was made with like fantasy medieval in mind. We're going to have to adjust things to fit a sci-fi setting. So we'll make things work. Also, they do not have to be districts. They can be towns or otherwise. Alright, so stage 1. This is the stage that we started in. Foundations. I hear them in the night. Restrictions. You may only use wooden or stone tools. You cannot use any iron collected for any reason. Building, creating items, etc. You may only use items which ingredients can be gathered with the allowed tools or your hands. But no iron items in stage 4. Requirements to advance. Buildings. You must have at least 2 dwellings to live in, made from any material allowed, and must be safe to sleep in. The dwelling must contain a front door, a living area, a bedroom with at least 1 bed, must be a separate room with a door or on a separate floor. A bed for each player participating, must be in a dwelling. A fenced off or otherwise protected working wheat farm that must have at least 10 wheat. Sorry about that. Must have at least 10 wheat per person participating. So even though our story is going to have more characters, for the most part, I am just going to do requirements for 1 person since it's just me building and all that. But when things allow, I will push for, getting the more people taken care of. So items for the first thing. 1 stack of 64 planks, or the equivalent in wood, per person participating. 10 items of edible food per person. This may be a combination of edible foods. You may construct more houses, but each must contain at least a front door, living area, and a bedroom. If you have met all the requirements, you have advanced to the next stage. Now, this doesn't have copper, so I put copper and iron together. Mainly because, copper is the in-between stone and iron. But there's not really anything you can really do with copper that you can't do with iron, so it's a weird thing. So building on foundations. Let us build upon what we have begun. You may use up to iron tools. You cannot use any gold, diamond, redstone, or emeralds collected for any reason. Building, creating items, etc. But however, it may be smelted if desired. Only may use items which ingredients can be gathered with the allowed tools or your hands, but no gold, diamonds, redstone, or emerald items as stated before. Requirements to advance. All building requirements from the previous stages, plus at least 1 community structure must be constructed, excluding town hall and stage 1 structures. A town hall must be constructed, which must contain a front door, a meeting room, a town treasury, at least 1 other room that can be empty. For the farming district, at least 2 watchtower sentries must be constructed outside the town. A total of 2 houses constructed according to stage 1 specifications. 1 animal pen must be constructed for farm animals, in which each contain at least 2 of the same animal. At least 1 community structure must be constructed, excluding town hall, watchtower sentries, and stage 1 structures. For example, library, inn, bath, pools, house, etc. The treasury must contain 2 stacks of cobblestone per player, at least 2 different types of 10 edible food per person, like 10 pork chops and 10 mushroom stew, or 10 pork chops, 6 fish, and 4 mushroom stew, and at least 1 of each: a stone sword, stone pickaxe, stone shovel, stone axe, stone hoe, stack of 64 torches, and a leather helmet. So, we'll be starting work on that for the next episode. It's going to take a while, because this is supposed to be a slower pace, so, there's only so much we can do per episode. Plus, I got to write the scripts for each of the episodes, and I can't really write the scripts until I've got the gameplay. I'm currently working on episode 3 right now, which we're still in this stage for spoilers. Alright, thriving. We have learned to survive, now let us learn to thrive. Restrictions. Only 1 diamond tool and 1 diamond piece of armor are allowed. We need to have all the building requirements from previous stages. Now, there's going to be added stuff. In the farming district, we need a well, infinite water source, a controlled tree farm of at least 10 trees, a total of 2 community structure builds. Paths must be created linking the town hall to each farming district building, excluding watchtower sentries, and the market district. The mining district. A well with infinite water source. A mine shaft at least 20 blocks deep. Don't really need to worry about that. We're already... I'm not really ignoring that. It's just we sort of did that automatically with how deep the mine already goes. At least 2 houses constructed according to stage 1 specification. At least 1 community structure must be constructed. Supply shop, warehouse, something. Paths must be created linking town hall to each farming district, excluding... Huh. You must have just copy and pasted that. But I'm already putting in a general rule that pretty much all my builds have to be connected by a path. Market district. A licensing office for market stall shop owners to apply for licenses must be constructed, which must contain a lobby, 2 offices, a room for document storage, your kingdom's flag outside symbolizing the office's authenticity. At least 1 community structure must be built. At least 2 dwellings must be constructed, which must contain a front door, a living area, a bedroom, at least 1 more room, a market place with 3 stalls or 1 shop must be constructed, and a surrounding wall, watchtowers, or other fortifications. I thought I turned it off. Okay. A wall. A wall must surround all market district structures. It must be safe from monsters at any point within the walls, except mob farms, etc. It must include at least 1 gate to get in and out of the district. I'll see what I can do about that because this is sci-fi, but, you know, we might be able to do something. Watchtowers. 1 watchtower for every side of the district which is exposed. If your town has a large cliff behind it, 3 watchtowers are required, with a minimum of 2 watchtowers are required, as well as a bell tower in the center of the market district. Other ideas can be found here. Paths must be created linking the licensing office to each market district structure, excluding watchtower sentries, a gate if owned, and the farming district. Treasury must contain 2 stacks of cobblestone per player, at least 2 different types of 10 edible food, a bucket, at least 1 of each, iron sword, iron pickaxe, iron shovel, iron axe, iron hoe, stack of 64 torches, iron helmet, iron chestplate, iron leggings, iron boots. Then we get to stage 4, growth. We shall become a prosperous city. No restrictions, only 1 nether... Funny it says no restrictions, and then it says 1 netherite. So I think this is, they copied from the original thing and then just forgot to do some proper editing. So I assume this means that we can go full crazy with diamond tools, but we can only go 1 netherite tool, 1 netherite armor piece. So that's what I figure that means. Requirements to advance. All building requirements from previous stages. Farming district, a fenced off or otherwise protected working wheat farm that must have at least 20 as opposed to 10 wheat growing. Paths must be created linking the town hall to each farming district structure and each other district. Mining district needs to have 2 watchtowers constructed outside the mining town. A mine shaft that goes down to bedrock. That'll be easy enough to get. Total of 4 houses constructed according to stage 1 specification. 1 blacksmith stonemason workshop must be constructed. Paths must be created linking the town hall to each farming district building and the market district. Port. The port harbor master's office must be constructed, which contains a front door, a lobby, an office, a bedroom. Your kingdom's flag outside symbolizing its authenticity and showing your kingdom's colors to anybody that ports. At least 2 dwellings constructed, which must contain a front door, a living area, a bedroom with at least 1 bed, a seaport with at least 2 piers, and a boat. It says building, so at some point we're going to have to build a ship. Paths must be created linking the harbor master's office to each port structure and each other district. Market district. A well with infinite water source. At least 1 more community structure must be built to make a total of 4. A marketplace with 3 stalls and 1 shop must be constructed. Paths must be created linking the licensing office to each market district, excluding watchtower sentries and each other district. The upper district, a city hall which contains a front door, a meeting room, a treasury, at least 2 offices, at least 2 floors, a room for document storage, a cathedral or other large religious building. At least 1 more community structure must be built. A wall must surround all upper district structures. It must be safe from monsters at any point within the walls, except mob farms. It must include at least 1 gate to get in and out of the district. At least 2 defensive towers must be built on or near your walls. Path must be created linking the city hall to each upper district structure and each other district. Treasury must contain a total of 15 items of 2 or more different edible foods per person. So I assume that means like 30. You know. A bucket, at least one of each: diamond sword, pickaxe, shovel, axe, hoe, helmet, chestplate, leggings, boots, a compass, a clock. And then we get to the final thing, which there's not really uh, restrictions or anything. It's just really a victory lap, honestly. Just to say, hey, now that you have everything unlocked, this is what you need to do to quote unquote complete the challenge. We shall become the most successful civilization of the man. No restrictions, requirements, all the building requirements from before. A monument, statue commemorating the founding of your kingdom. Another portal, paths. A stable in every district. 2 community structures must be constructed. At least 2 more dwellings in the port, which must contain front door, living room, bedroom, and at least 1 community structure must be built. Upper district, at least 1 more community structure, 2 in total must be built. 3 dwellings constructed, which consist of a front door, lobby, living room, kitchen, garden, library. At least 2 bedrooms with at least 1 bed in each. The King's Queen's District, a castle, stronghold, palace that must contain a throne room, a well-protected treasury, a feast hall, at least 1 grand bedroom, a dungeon with hostile mobs. I might ignore that one just because I don't... It depends on the mob farms and all that, but I might ignore that one. A prison, maybe separate. A surrounding moat, ditch, wall. Probably will go for the wall thing. A barracks, maybe separated. A garden and or courtyard. Your kingdom's flag outside showing your kingdom's colors to the whole kingdom. Treasury must contain 30 items of 3 or more different edible foods per person. Minimum 10 diamonds. A saddle for the royalty to ride their trusty steeds, naturally. Compass, clock. At least 1 of each. Any netherite tool. Helmet, chestplate, leggings, boots. A gold helmet, chestplate, leggings, and boots. And then we get to the bonus stage. Rule the world, because being the king of a realm ain't good enough. All the stuff, buildings, we must complete at least 1 mega structure that's defined by ourselves. Create a hostile mob farm, a friendly mob farm, an outpost underwater, a ship building fit for a king. Build a village in the nether, safe from threat. Build a village in the sky, completely separated from the ground except for access points. Treasury must contain 40 items or 4 or more different edible foods per person. A stack of diamonds, a stack of gold, a saddle, a cake, or it may be placed somewhere. At least 1 of each. A elytra, beacon, netherite pickaxe, axe, sword, hoe, shovel, helmet, chestplate, leggings, boots, compass, clock. 1 cake for each week you spent on the challenge. Well, that's going to be a little interesting. Gold helmet, gold chestplate, gold leggings, gold boots. And then it gives some tips. Plan well in advance for the best results. Struggling for food. Try fishing or growing mushrooms. When considering where to build your kingdom, think about what you're going to need to do. Unless you find a bucket in a dungeon, you'll need to build near water for a farm. Hence the reason why we were pushing for building on the coast. Also, it's recommended to build in a flat open area so you don't need to do too much terraforming to build your structures, such as walls. Need help when it comes to building? Use Google Images, Reddit, Pinterest, etc. for inspiration and other things to keep in mind. And then here's the original archive of the original post. But I think they have to use like the Wayback Machine or something like that. So that's the challenge. So that's the current arc we're in. So yeah, until we get to really the netherite restriction, we're sort of going to be just focusing on getting these challenges done. Because once we get redstone and diamond access, then we'll be able to do a lot more Minecrafty stuff. But again, we'll be trying to, we record the gameplay, then we write the story around the gameplay. So we'll see what we can do. Anywho, again, sci-fi solar punk, so we'll have to adjust things as they're needed. But yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for watching. If you listen to the whole How the City Construction Challenge works, thank you very much for listening to that. You know what? Let's do one of those keyword things. I don't understand why, but keyword is solar punk. So if you put solar punk in the comments, like either in quotes or brackets or whatever, I know you made it to the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you'll enjoy. I don't know what the release schedule is going to be like for these, because, you know, again, it takes a while to make these, and I'm still trying to make the assets myself. So anywho, it will note the border assets, the background, the thing that the images that the text went over. I did not make those. Those were bought. I use that for streaming stuff, but I felt like since we're doing Solarpunk, they fit the Solarpunk theme. So, yeah, those I didn't make. Those I bought. But, you know, I'm trying to make the characters and stuff. So, learning how to draw. Lovely. Anywho, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you'll enjoy. This has been Jacob. If you like this kind of content and want to see more, consider hitting the subscribe button. That way, the videos will show up in your feed. If you like this video or this series in particular, consider hitting the like button. It helps out with the algorithm. And if you have any thoughts, comments, want to name stuff, want to shape the story, drop a comment down below. Also helps out. And if you want to be notified right away when a video goes live, consider hitting the bell icon. That way YouTube can send you a message right away when a video goes live. Hey, this has been Jacob. Keep gaming and have a good one, folks.